Every age presents us with a choice. Do we settle into the familiar, or do we open ourselves up to something new? It's a question that might feel particularly relevant now in the chapter of retirement, a word that for many once conjured visions of leisure, rest, or the gentle winding down of life's pursuits. But if the years have taught us anything, it's that each season carries its own promise. Retirement isn't just an end. It's fertile ground for reinvention. What does it mean at this point in life to reinvent oneself? And more importantly, what kinds of doors can that willingness to evolve unlock? Let's talk about how embracing reinvention in retirement isn't just possible. It can be deeply rewarding. You've gathered a lifetime of experience, weathered storms, celebrated joys, and built a sense of self layered with wisdom and resilience. That kind of foundation is exactly what makes reinvention so rich at this stage. So, let's explore some key insights on this journey of renewal, with an eye on practical ways to make it real for you, right where you are. First, recognize the value of your life's skills, even the ones you might have taken for granted. Think of all you've learned, both formally and informally: managing a household, navigating work challenges, raising children, or caring for loved ones, problem-solving on the fly. These aren't just past accomplishments. They're assets waiting to be repurposed. Perhaps you've always been the person people rely on for advice, or maybe you've developed a knack for fixing things others shy away from. The point is, your accumulated skills can open doors to opportunities you might not have considered. Mentoring younger generations, volunteering freelance work, or starting a small business rooted in your strengths. Try jotting down your most memorable challenges and how you overcame them. You may be surprised at how these skills can translate into something new and meaningful. Now let's talk about the freedom to explore interests that once took a back seat. Maybe you always dreamed of painting, writing, or learning a musical instrument, but life's responsibilities demanded your priority. Retirement offers a precious gift: time. This isn't about becoming a world-renowned artist or best-selling author overnight. It's about nourishing the corners of yourself that went underfed. I think of my friend Alice, who spent her career as a nurse, but never let go of her childhood love for watercolor painting. At 68, she finally enrolled in a community art class, and over time, built a circle of friends and a schedule of local shows that fill her days with purpose. Your version of Alice's story is uniquely yours. As an action step, look up a local class, a virtual seminar, or simply pick up that long set-aside hobby and give yourself permission to play and explore. Consider too how this new chapter allows you to redefine success on your own terms. In the past, society may have measured achievement by promotions, salary, or family milestones. Now's your chance to set your own benchmark. For some, success means cultivating peace and deep contentment. For others, it's about learning or giving back. There's immense satisfaction in setting a goal because it matters to you, free from the pressure to meet anyone else's expectations. If you've always envied a neighbor's garden, perhaps the next step is nurturing plants of your own. Or if you're energized by helping, maybe it's as simple as reading to children at the local library. Taking one small, intentional step toward a personal goal, no matter how humble, can renew your sense of accomplishment and agency. Another vital insight: connection matters, and reinvention often flourishes within community. It's easy to underestimate the impact of shared energy, mutual support, and meaningful relationships. Whether through local clubs, faith groups, interest groups, or online spaces, building new bridges can spark insight, laughter, and a sense of belonging. A friend of mine volunteers at a community garden. She tells me the best part isn't just the fresh tomatoes, but the camaraderie, the sharing of stories with folks who've lived through similar decades. If you're craving more community, take inventory. Is there a group you've been curious about? Is it time to reach out, or maybe step into a leadership role? Joining in, even as a participant at first, can turn reinvention into a shared adventure. Let's pause for a moment. When you think of the times you've made a fresh start or taken a risk for growth, what was the spark that moved you to act? Whether it was relocating, learning a new skill, or shifting your perspective, chances are you drew on an inner resourcefulness. Consider how that same spark might serve you now. If you're open to it, share your experience in the comments, not just for me but for others in our Ageless Intuition community who might find encouragement in your story. If you get value from what we have presented, please like and subscribe to help us grow our channel, Ageless Intuition. Returning to our journey, it's worth highlighting how reinvention doesn't mean leaving everything behind. Sometimes, it's about blending the old with the new. For instance, you might have retired from teaching, but that doesn't mean you have to let go of your gift for guiding or inspiring others. Maybe you become a tutor or start a discussion group, shaping a familiar passion to fit new circumstances. Let's compare two approaches. Take Bill and Sandra, both former teachers, both retired. Bill felt that retirement meant shutting the door on his career completely and quickly found himself missing the rhythm and meaning of daily teaching. Meanwhile, Sandra pivoted. She started volunteering to tutor local children just one afternoon a week. She discovered the joy of sharing her wisdom without the pressures of a classroom, building new relationships and a fresh sense of purpose. While Bill slowly found other ways to reconnect, Sandra's example shows how weaving threads of the past into the present can make reinvention less daunting and more joyful. Here's something practical. List the pieces of your former roles you truly miss. Is it the interaction, the structure, the creativity? Explore activities that give you those same satisfactions, even if they look different in this season. Here's another point: embracing technology on your terms can open up a surprising world of opportunity. Maybe you didn't grow up with computers or smartphones. Maybe they still feel foreign. But just as you adapted to changes over the decades, think about moving from rotary phones to cordless or learning to program a VCR. Today's digital tools can help you connect with distant loved ones, pursue new hobbies, or discover enriching resources. You don't have to become a tech wizard. Start with a single step, perhaps setting up video calls with family, finding a favorite YouTube channel, or joining an online book club. If you're unsure, ask a grandchild to walk you through, or look for classes at your local library or senior center. I wonder, how have you navigated changes in technology over the years? Was there a moment when something new felt daunting, but eventually became second nature? Reflect on that adaptability and give yourself some credit. Equally important is tending to your well-being, body and mind, as you reinvent yourself. When we talk about fresh starts, it's easy to focus on activities and goals, but sustaining energy and motivation springs from caring for ourselves. That could mean adding gentle exercise to your routine, exploring practices like meditation or yoga, or simply designing restful moments into your day. Well-being isn't a luxury, it's the foundation that supports all other endeavors. Choose one new well-being habit you can reasonably add. Maybe walking with a friend, stretching for 10 minutes, or journaling each morning. This leads to another insight. Give yourself permission to try, reassess, and even step back when necessary. Reinvention doesn't happen overnight, and it certainly doesn't require perfection. Remember, every chapter of your life has brought its own twists. Sometimes what felt right 6 months ago no longer fits. That's not failure, it's wisdom. Take gardening, for instance. It might sound delightful, until you remember your knees disagree. In that case, pivot, try potted plants on a windowsill, or switch to birdwatching from your patio. Flexibility is a gift you've earned. Use it to shape life around what works for you now. I invite you to think for a moment about a time you had to adjust course, whether out of necessity or by choice. What made it easier or harder? Which approaches brought you peace? By sharing these experiences with each other, we remind ourselves that change is natural and growth is always possible, no matter our age. If you get value from what we have presented, please like and subscribe to help us grow our channel, Ageless Intuition. Before we close, I want to return to where we started. The idea that this moment, right now, is rich with possibility. Redefining yourself in retirement isn't about chasing youth or erasing history. It's about letting all the wisdom, grit, and beauty of your journey fuel new beginnings. Whether you choose to plunge into something entirely new, return to a quiet passion, or simply live each day a bit more intentionally, the decision belongs to you. Remember, it's never too late to step toward something that brings meaning, connection, or joy. The opportunities waiting in retirement are shaped by your experience, a resource far more valuable than any trend or tool. The community we're building here is proof that curiosity, courage, and kindness matter at every age. Thanks for watching. Tap that like button and subscribe. If this brought you joy today, we're growing thanks to wonderful folks like you, wishing you a peaceful day wrapped in warmth and love.